subscribe, like, comment, and hit the notification bell.
Okay, I am fresh and clean and it feels really good. But I'm not gonna start meal prepping yet because like I said, I need to go plan New York. But in order just to help myself out a little, I'm gonna go ahead and get the bacon cooking because that's something I can just put in the oven and forget about it. So I have my oven preheating to 375. And what did we do before we baked up bacon? Like, I don't cook it on the stove ever anymore. Not happening. And I love that this bacon is 3 pieces for 2 points. How wonderful is that? Okay, I'm gonna have a hard time fitting it in my pan, but I'm gonna make it work. Womp. I will say this brand is not very evenly cut. Some of the pieces seem thin and some of the pieces seem way thicker, like triple the size of others, but that's okay. Okay, and my oven is not preheated, but I'm not a stickler from that. I don't really care. So I'm gonna put this in a cold oven that is preheating, and I will set a timer for 13 minutes to check it. You do wanna check bacon often in the oven. It can go from raw to done, I swear, in like a minute. But I would check it at 10, but since it's cool, it's gonna take it a while to even start. So, Alexa, set a timer for 14 minutes.
14 minutes, starting now.
Usually bacon takes about 12 to 15 minutes, so since it's starting from cold, I went with 14. That is all I'm gonna do now. I could do some other stuff, but I wanna go do New York, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna allow myself that. This is the point when it'll start looking like this that you really wanna watch it like a hawk in the oven. So I'm telling you, it goes from semi-raw to burnt in a matter of seconds. So I'm not even gonna leave my kitchen. I'm gonna continue to watch it. Hopefully it'll probably be like a minute or two. At 15 minutes, I checked it and it looked totally raw. That's because it was a cool oven. But I added another 6 minutes and this is what it looks like. So maybe another minute or two and then I'll pull it and let it rest. This is when I pull my bacon, especially when I'm using it in other cooking. I don't like it super crunchy. I like it like this. And I also find the longer it sits, it'll like get harder anyhow. So I'd rather mine be slightly under than slightly over. That's just a preference, but obviously you can let it cook more if you like crunchy bacon. I'm finally starting to meal prep. I'm starting with boiled eggs. I got, how many am I boiling? 12, 14 boiled eggs going. Those are gonna be for deviled eggs, and my potato salad, I just put them in a pan with water. You don't need to see that, do you? And then I'm about to peel some potatoes and get those boiling for potato salad as well. What else can I do? I'm trying to think what else I can start doing on this meal prep. But yeah, I have been researching New York travel plans this whole time. I am trying to cram a lot of things into a few days. Yeah. And y'all know I'm frugal over here. And so I've been debating for the past hour if I should try like the ticket boost on Broadway the day of to get reduced Broadway tickets, or if I should just fork over the money and be done with it so I can, plan accordingly. Thinking I'm just gonna pay for them at this point. Because I'm trying to do so much and I feel like there's a certain day I wanna do the Broadway, and my niece picked a certain show, so I think it would just be better. And at the end of the day, saving maybe $100 is not gonna impact my financial status greatly, which I'm very grateful for. I know that's not true for everyone. But anyhow, I'm gonna peel potatoes, and there is 8 of us eating tomorrow, and we will also eat leftover potato salad. So I'm not gonna figure up the points on this potato salad. I'm just not. There's no way. I don't measure when I cook potato salad, so not gonna do it. The only thing you would have to count points for though is the potatoes and mayonnaise. And to be honest, I don't add that much mayonnaise. I add more mustard because that's how my husband prefers it. Yeah, nothing else counts. So just potatoes. And potatoes actually, you can have way more than you may think for low points. They always surprise me when I weigh them. So Okay, I'm gonna get to peeling. Ooh, look at that. Nasty. I already threw away some other rotted ones. Come on, HEB, that's pathetic. Okay, be back when I'm doing something a little more interesting. Okay, while my eggs are boiling, I just opened up a thing of turkey sausage, getting this brown. This is for Brenner tonight, and also I'll use it to make breakfast tacos. So, that is that. And over here on this side, I'm gonna be dicing up these potatoes just in rough chunks. Just boiling them for potato salads. The size really doesn't matter. I say probably about 1/4-inch cubes, about like that. You see? And I'm just gonna add them directly to my pot of water. And I've always been told when you boil potatoes to start with cold water. Is that true? And if so, does anyone know why? The sausage is browned up, so I'm gonna take it out of the pan. My potatoes, get them boiling. I'm gonna put my boiled eggs in an ice bath so then I can peel them. That off, ice, that start. While my eggs are in their bath, I'm gonna start on some onion prep. I need onions this week in my sub and a tub bowls, which I'm not gonna prep till tomorrow, like completely. But since I'm working with the onions and I got out my little dicer chopper, I'm gonna go ahead and at least prepare the onions for that meal right now. And then the other onions are for the potato salad. If you can tell, I'm rushing. I'm not really rushing, I just got like a lot going on and didn't really think through the order of anything. Like I'm trying to make dinner while I meal prep. That's never a great idea, I don't feel like. Trying to figure out how many onions I want for the potato salad, but it's a big portion, so maybe like 2. We all like onions here. I also grate some onion for my deviled eggs. And these are smaller onions. There comes the eyes watering. Give myself some room here. Put my chopper next to me. I wish this chopper would secure to the base better. That's my only complaint about this one. It just doesn't latch very well. See, I'm not doing it right. You know what? I think it was me. I was doing that wrong all along. So I'm just gonna rough dice this and get it in my chopper and give it a chop. I'll use that to grade. So 1.5 is going to go in my potato salad. I'm gonna prepare my potato salad in here, so I'm just gonna throw them in here. I have 3 size of these bowls. I've actually had them since I got married. They were a wedding present. And I always notoriously pick too small of a bowl, a pan, or whatnot. So I'm so proud of myself for grabbing the big one first. But the next thing I'm gonna use my chopper for, which I've never done yet, is I am going to grate. Take the top off, insert this side, this piece I should say, and then I'm gonna put in a like a slicer, because I want to thin slice. Not sure which way it goes. Like I said, I've never done this. There we go. I want to thin slice shaved onions for my sub in a tub. I think this is exactly what I need. Yep, these are just like Jersey Mike's. I'm gonna do the whole onion. Ooh, I better be careful. It does come with this, I should use it, right? Perfect onions. Just gonna add these to a bag and I will use them tomorrow. Like I said, when I meal prep my sub in a tub, which I'm super excited about. My potatoes are fork tender, so I'm just gonna drain them and leave them be for a minute. Okay, back to my onions. The only other thing I want to do is I want to grate some onion. That's how I like to put that flavor in my deviled eggs. I don't like chunks of onions, but I like the flavor. Let's see. Usually I do it on my cheese grater. I forgot that this thing had this insert, like any of these inserts, and I just saw them and I was like, oh yeah, I should do that. And I don't want a ton of onion in the deviled eggs because I don't really want them to overpower. I'm just gonna leave the onion in here until I make the deviled eggs so I can see how much I need. I don't wanna add that much and then it overpower it. I'm gonna hurry up and do these deviled eggs. Hopefully they're easy peel. I've been struggling here lately. Okay, they're not being too bad, so I'm gonna rush through all these. Not really rush, but I'm gonna try to get through all these without making you sit through that pain. Now it's time to crack some raw eggs. And these are gonna be for dinner tonight. Like I said a million times, we're having biscuits and gravy, sausage gravy, and scrambled eggs and biscuits. I think I already said biscuits. But that's what we're having. And then the rest of the eggs are gonna be used to make meal prep breakfast tacos. That's what the rest of the sausage is for as well. Some of the sausage I'll show you, I'm adding it in a small pan and I'm making gravy. And then all the other sausage will be for breakfast tacos. As will the bacon I cooked earlier. Hope I have enough eggs. It's usually about an egg and a half, but these are really big per taco. So I probably actually should have bought more eggs. Thought 2 dozen more is enough. Splash of unsweetened vanilla almond milk. It does not bother me one bit. When I have a lot of eggs like this, I like to use my immersion blender. It does make the scrambled eggs so much more fluffy as well. I don't use it often, but I really like it for scrambled eggs. So I'm just gonna cook some of these just for our dinner tonight. I am also just cooking this packaged gravy with some of the sausage for dinner tonight. I don't know why I'm showing y'all dinner tonight. I may try to cut it out, but then my talking won't make sense. Okay, before I go continue on my meal prep, I'm gonna go sit down and have my Brenner. I have 2 of those biscuits from earlier. I'm assuming they're 14 points. It's 7 for 1. I don't know, maybe I save a point, maybe it'll be 13. But scrambled eggs, 2 pieces of the bacon. I can have 3 for 1. I'm just not having 3. So this is my breakfast and a little side of the gravy. The gravy's not much, very high points. So 14, 15, 16, 17 for the jam, 18, 19, 20 points. We'll call it 20 points. It's Saturday. And I've been pretty good today. So I'll be back to meal prep here in a minute. I apologize for the water running behind me. My husband is doing the dishes, but I'm gonna move on with my potato salad. This is just the potatoes. They have cooled. It has the onions in it. I'm gonna add dill relish. I'm just gonna go ahead and add all of this. It's not that much left. Of course, salt and pepper. You know, I used to always add a jar of pimentos to my potato salad, and I haven't done that in a while. Remember the little red things I used to add? I used to always do that. Regular mustard. I forgot about that. And then some Miracle Whip. And I don't eye any of this. What I will say though, and I forgot to do, I actually like to mix the mustard and the relish, salt, pepper, all that up before the potatoes, so that way you don't have to stir them as much and then break them up. But obviously I forgot. If I had to guess, I would say I'm doing probably about 4 to 5 tablespoons of Miracle Whip and about the same for mustard. And then I see how much I need. And I was just telling my husband, I used to add a jar of pimentos, and I haven't done that in a really long time. We're gonna head to Walmart. I may pick some up to add when we get back. Forgetting my eggs. Duh, they're right in front of me. I need to cut up some eggs and add them in. I know some people do potato salad with eggs and some do without. And apparently if you do eggs, it's called deviled egg salad. Haha, you get it? It's not a joke, but that's really what they call it. I'm probably gonna do about 4 eggs, I think. Now that I got all my ingredients, let's get back to mixing. And again, I would not do it this way. I would for sure mix the mayonnaise, mustard, pickle relish first, and then add your potatoes. But we're just, you know, going at it today. Doing things all different than my norm. That's for sure. It'll taste fine though, I think. Refrigerate until tomorrow morning, and then I'll put it in a serving dish. It is time to start on the deviled eggs. Just cut all the eggs in half and take the yolks out. I don't know if you heard me tell my husband earlier, I did accidentally slightly overcook my eggs. They have a little tiny bit of green around the edge. That means they're overcooked, or they're just well done. And that's what makes them taste like sulfury. See how it has like a slight green flavor compared, or color compared to the inside? That means it's just a little over, but they'll be fine. It's not bad. I just have the yolks of all the eggs in here with the grated onion I did earlier. Mustard, mayonnaise, salt, pepper. That's it for now. Just with very similar flavors to the deviled egg salad. The only difference here is I don't usually add pickle relish, but I will add the juice because I just don't like mine super thick. Like I don't like my deviled eggs chunky. That's why I don't put chunks of onions in them. But I'm gonna blend this up and see the consistency. I typically don't use my immersion blender here, but since I already have it out, I'm gonna try it and give it a go. That worked. So once you got your taste down, you just put them in the eggs. And I swear it always feels like I'm not gonna have enough, and then I'll like do them lightly stuffed, and then at the end I'll have extra and have to go back and refill them. It happens every time. And the last step is smoked paprika on top. Ooh, that doesn't have a, glad I looked at that. Doesn't have a sprinkler. Deviled eggs are done. I'm gonna put saran wrap over it, and what I do when I do things like this with saran wrap, I put toothpicks in a few to hold the saran wrap up and off. Just a little, just to help. Actually, I'm gonna use foil though, so just make it like a little teepee tent. See, and now they won't get like all smushed. I am back from Walmart. We went and got Mother's Day cards, which there was very few left. Picked up bananas, more eggs, 2 things of eggs. So I bought 4 cartons of eggs today. And we got yogurt. We got like 4 different yogurts, but I'm gonna try this one, this tiramisu, picked it up as well. So all in all, spent about $33, add that to the weekend total. But I'm gonna finish meal prepping the breakfast tacos and then everything else for lunch. I think tomorrow I'll just have to prep my sub in a tub. I've decided I'm gonna hold off on the fajitas because I'm sure we'll have leftovers from like the ham and everything. So the only thing I got left is cook the breakfast tacos tonight and sub in a tub tomorrow. Okay, I am going to I put 10 more eggs in here. So who knows how many total, because so I started off with 12 and I added 10 more, so 22 total, but I already cooked some for dinner, so let's just say it was 4 for dinner, so whatever that is now. But I'm just going to scramble probably a half to make the sausage and then the bacon separate. Or do you want sausage, bacon together?
I don't care.
Separate, huh?
I guess separate, yeah.
So I'm going to divide it on half. I'm going to turn off the camera because I think everyone knows how to scramble eggs at this point in life. Once they get semi-set, that's when I'm gonna add this sausage back in there that I cooked earlier today. Sausage and egg looking done. Time to move on to the bacon. I'll roll them at the end. Just taking the bacon I cooked and just cutting it up. Not gonna have near as much bacon as I did sausage. I'm gonna turn this one off and let it finish cooking. It only takes a few seconds. And I will go ahead and start rolling these over here. These are just the carb counter tortillas that I picked up at the grocery store. You saw that earlier in the haul. And I did sprinkle a point of the Mexican cheese on them. And I'm just gonna stuff them. I would suggest you wait till it cools a little, but it's already 9 o'clock at night, so I don't have time to wait. And I'm hoping to get at least 6 out of this, if not more. So I'm gonna make a couple more. I'm gonna save these for when I have fajitas. I like this one with fajitas. Oops. So I'm gonna make the rest on the extreme Olay. Whoopsie, come on. They're both just 1 point. So I ended up getting 8 with the sausage. So I'm just gonna do my best. I'm not a very good burrito roller by any means. So I'm just gonna do my best to roll them up and wrap them in the tortilla. Wrap them in the foil. And we will put some of these in the refrigerator for this week, and then we'll put some in the freezer and eat them throughout the month. Just rolling up the bacon ones. I got 4 of the bacon ones, not too many. And it's only 4, so it's about a piece of bacon each. So the bacon ones are gonna be 1 point for the tortilla, 1 point for the cheese, and 1 point for the bacon. So they're only 3-point tacos. The sausage ones, I'm not 100% sure. I would have to figure out the entire points on the sausage roll and then figure out how much I used for the gravy that we ate for dinner versus how much I put in the breakfast taco. So I'll probably just estimate that. I'm not down to do all that because if I had to figure out that, that makes it like not sustainable for me, this lifestyle. Yeah, I can't nitpick points on like that, or I just won't stay on Weight Watchers. So I'm not gonna do that. I'll probably call the sausage ones 4 or 5 points each, but all in all today, I did get, how many breakfast tacos? I got 12 breakfast tacos today. So this will be a nice little bump in my freezer. Always like that, right? Easy peasy. So look forward to seeing these in upcoming What I Eat Today videos. Me and my husband are sharing them though. So, okie dokie. I'll be back tomorrow to show the last thing, the sub in a tub. And I apologize if this video has been all over the place. I've been literally filming on and off since 8 o'clock this morning. And I feel like I've just been scattered without a plan, which is never a good idea for filming. Okay, friends, it is the next day, and that means it is time to start our sub in a tub. And I'm not following any certain recipe. I've just seen enough people do this, and I know how you make a sub sandwich. So that's what I'm gonna do. For my cheese, I'm gonna use this Jarlsberg Light Swiss. This is what I put on my breakfast sandwiches, my regular sandwiches. I have 3 pieces, and I am preparing 3 sub in a tubs. That's about, when I meal prep, that's about how repetitive I like to get, is 3 times a week. And then the other 2 days, I just eat something else. I can't do all 5 days. I'll get tired of it. So I'm just gonna divide this, and I'm kind of putting it in the bottom of my bowl so it won't get soggy. But don't worry, I'm not gonna add any dressing. So the cheese alone, we're starting off at 2 points. Next, I'm gonna add some 0 point slow roasted turkey breast. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna add. Why does this, doesn't look very good. Okay, it's fine. I'm just gonna roll it up and kind of, slice it in half. And then again, chop it up. Oh. So that was like 3 pieces, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. I like a lot of meat, even on my subs, so No skinchy on the meat here. Yeah, 3 pieces I think is perfect. Do you want a sub in the tub? I have enough ingredients to make you one if you want one.
Sure.
I'm gonna go get a 4th container because my husband wants one. And he can have regular cheese, especially since I don't have any more low fat. We have Gouda. I'll put Gouda in his bowl. Gonna use turkey pepperoni, and you can have, I'm gonna use what I have left, and you can have 4 for 0 points of this brand, so I'm gonna try to do only 4 in mine. Shoot, I may not even have that many. 4, yeah I do. So there's mine. Actually, it's perfect. Everyone gets 4. That's all we got. But if you cut it up small enough, it'll taste like it's in more bites. And if you're not on Weight Watchers or trying to count calories or any of that, feel free to use regular pepperoni. But I actually find I really prefer the turkey. It's not nearly as greasy. So we only buy turkey now no matter what. Okay. The next thing, and you can skip this if you don't want to, but I have just some leftover capricola salami and then regular salami. I'm gonna use this too, make it 4 bowls. So I'm gonna give half of each to a bowl. And to me, that is what's gonna make this sub in the tub special. But you don't have to use the points on this if you do not want to. The turkey pepperoni will give you that same type of flavor. If I didn't already have it on hand, I probably wouldn't worry about adding it, but since I have it, then I'm going to add it. Next thing I'm gonna do is slice up some pepperoncinis. Did y'all know they were called pepperoncinis? I've always called them porcinis, but apparently that is not the real name. And you don't have to slice these up. You could just take them straight from the jar. I just find I like them a little diced up. However, these are pretty thin. I'll go ahead and dice them. Just to give them a rough chop. Totally not necessary if you don't want to. Okay. Just gonna put a handful in each container. I'm gonna take the onions that I shredded up yesterday and put them in there. And I like onions, you know what? I'm trying to decide if I want these on top or not. I'm gonna leave mine whole like that and put them in. I think it'll be fine. Like, meaning I don't think it'll get too soggy or whatnot. That's why I'm building these backwards, just to try to not let them get soggy. And then, I don't know if my husband wants any. Do you want any like thin sliced onions?
Very little.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be plenty of tomato. Now the tomato does have a lot of juice, so I'm gonna kind of push my stuff to the side and try to put the tomato, you know, so it doesn't make the onions and everything soggy, especially for the ones I'm gonna eat throughout the week. But honestly, I don't think it'll be too bad. I don't think it'll be a big deal. Last thing I'm gonna do is divide one of these little containers of black olives, and I'm gonna divide it across the 4 bowls. So probably about a point of olives. So let's count the points so far. I didn't weigh my meat, but I mean, it was just a slice per bowl and it's thin cut salami. So I'm gonna count 1 point for salami. 2 points for the cheese and 1 point for the olives. So far each bowl is 4 points. Oh my goodness, that was way too hard. Okay, now last thing is I'm just gonna top them with shredded cheese until full. Not gonna add the dressing until day of. 1 large bag of shredded lettuce, this is a pound, is perfect for 4 of them. So for the dressing, I'm just gonna put some red wine vinegar. I'm gonna do 1 tablespoon of red wine vinegar per bowl, so 4 tablespoons in total. Then I'm gonna add a whole bunch of Italian seasoning. This is like what it makes it like Jersey Mike subs, because you know how they put the oregano on top? And you could obviously just add oregano as well. Fresh cracked pepper, a little bit of salt, and 2 tablespoons of the juice of the porcini. So half what you use, oops, I'm spilling it. Half of what you used in the red wine vinegar. made a mess. And one porcini ended up in there, but that is okay. And I'm gonna add about a half a tablespoon of olive oil. You can leave this out if you want, but I really think it'll add good flavor, so I'm gonna add it. And then I will take this jar with me and I will add it directly on my sub in a tub. You shake it up, and I will add this to my salad every day to keep it fresh. If you wanted, you could add some Dijon mustard, make it a little mustard vinaigrette, but I'm gonna keep it just like this. Let me give it a go and see if I need to adjust anything. I've never made this before. Tastes yummy, so this will be our dressing. So friends, I am going to sign out now. I hope you enjoyed this little meal prep, kind of prepare for the week video. Hope it wasn't too scatterbrained for y'all. I apologize. I've been all over the place, but that's it. Bye.